A lot of people, when looking for options to relocate to another country, are viewing US and UK for many great reasons, because UK and the USA, first of all, they're English-speaking markets and English-speaking countries. You can get a very good education in the UK as well as in the United States. You can become a great professional within this market because there's a lot of opportunities for people like you. You can get great living conditions within the country depending on obviously the area where you live, but the essence of this thesis stays unchanged. UK and the United States are the only countries offering the conditions for personal development, for financial growth, for market access that no other country in the world can offer. And today in this video, I will be talking about ways and options and routes for people to relocate to the United States or to the United Kingdom, and what visa you can choose for a long-term stay and eventually get a passport of that country. Let's begin. So when choosing between two countries, you have to understand what is driving your relocation. If you, for example, want to increase your professional expertise, you want to access, for example, investment market, you're a startup founder, you're working on some great new thing, you're developing a new technology, for example, in financial technology, because financial technology is very strong in that country, you're more likely to go to the United Kingdom, because United Kingdom has always been the hub, the great market for people who are working in fintech, in technology connected to finances, in investing, in market capital, in venture capital, and so on. So if we're looking to switch to United Kingdom, there's a lot of ways to do that. For example, the visa for startups, which is called Startup Scale, or a startup visa, or innovator founder, and so on. There's a lot of ways for you to do that. If you, for example, have a startup, you have to make sure that the startup is, first of all, viable, second of all, innovative, and third of all, scalable. This means that the idea that you're developing has to be of innovation. The startup has to be able to grow without linear growth as well, meaning that you will more likely spend more money with growing your company on, for example, operational costs, marketing, personal, and so on. And then you have to make sure that the startup idea is viable, meaning that you as a founder have the necessary resources to fund your startup, to basically relocate to the country, and then work on your idea with some like-minded people, or attract some acceleration expert or some other people from outside who will be helping you grow. Then there is global talent visa for people who have outstanding ability. All you have to do is to prove that you have been recognized as an international or national expert in your field within the last 5 years. You have proven that by showing independent evidence of your achievements and your success, as well as personal and professional. And then you get a residence in the United Kingdom, and then you can relocate to the country, become a national of the Great Britain, and just work and professional grow within the country using all of its benefits and opportunities. Then if you want to, for example, grow, you don't have a family, or you do have a family and you want to relocate to a country where there's a great education for your kids, there's great professional growth opportunities within any sphere. Whether it be technology, whether it be entrepreneurship in any field, whether it be some natural resources or mining or whatever it is, then your choice is the United States. The United States has always been the country to attract the widest range of different specialists, starting from some arts, ending with entrepreneurs in energy, for example, in oil and gas, and so on. So this is the country for people who didn't fall into the categories that the UK is offering. And despite of the media coverage that it's horrible. What's happening in the United States is outrageous. The ICE is just raging all over the streets in any city inside the United States. You don't have to look at it the way that the media wants you to look at it. I mean, we're not going to go into some critical thinking lessons and so on, but we as a team are located in the United States. We can tell you that it's not as bad as the media portrays it. It all depends on where you live, whether you are risking it all to become a national of the country, whether you're here on a illegal status and so on. I mean, if you're not breaking the law and you're not like provoking the federal agency, you're fine. You're not going to be in trouble. Yes, I see that media is telling us about the accidents that the national of the countries has been shot. Whether or not he's been found guilty is of no importance, but the fact that the federal police is shooting its own citizens is outrageous. Yes, the country still stands as a strong beacon of success of technology. And if you want to relocate to that country, there's a lot of ways to do that. First of all, there's EB categories. Depending on the way that you are choosing to apply, if you're applying for EB1 category, for example, you have to show that you have outstanding abilities. If you're applying for EB2 visa, you have to prove that you're of national importance to the country. If you're applying for EB3 visa, for example, and you have an employer, which is great, you have to show that the employer has already acquired PERM certification and has proven that there is no foreign employee, or rather national employee, that is suitable for this vacancy that he's publishing. He's attracting you as a foreign employee to work on this profession. And then if you're not a fan of, for example, green cards, and you want to first get a non-immigrant visa to see if you like the country, if your family likes it, and so on, you can choose to apply for either, for example, O1 visa, which is a little bit the same as EB1, meaning that the criteria are very likely to be met by both O1 or EB1 application, depending on where you choose to apply. Then you have the L1 visa for entrepreneurs who are relocating to the United States and opening, for example, a subsidiary of the company in the United States and choose to, for example, grow internationally. Then there is a E2 visa for people who are from those countries that have a trade agreement with the United States, and they can invest as little as $80,000 in any either existing business in the United States or found a new business and actively participate in growing and developing this business. Then there is a TN visa, which is for countries like Canada and Mexico, specifically for these two, for the NAFTA agreement, North Atlantic Free Trade Association, meaning that the national of those countries, specifically Mexico and Canada, can apply for those visa, for a long-term visa to work in the United States at the port of entry, meaning that you don't have to apply with the USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, before you can travel to the country. All you have to do is arrange all these commitments with your employer. For example, the letter of commitment with your employer, the work site location of your future employment, and so on. And you have to demonstrate all this documentation to the officer at the border. And if he approves it, you're free to go to work in the United States with all these documents, and all you get is a form and I-94, which will be featuring the information on your available status. So all in all, like if we're drawing the line under this video, you can still relocate to any country. We work with a lot of countries. Not only we work with the United States, not only we work with the United Kingdom, which offer great opportunities for people of all caliber and all goals. No matter what you're looking for right now, you'll most likely find it within one of these countries, or maybe within two countries if you choose to apply for both. That's also possible. But we also work with a lot of different countries. For example, we work with Latin American countries that offer a fast track route to a citizenship. If you're, for example, a national of the country, which does not allow free entrance within the European Union, you may choose to apply for a Latin American citizenship, which does. So still, if you have any questions left, you're free to ask them within the comment section. You can also sign up for a free consultation using the link in the description of this video, and we'll be happy to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you in next videos.